Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. For today, we're going to jump straight back into some rank play. I'm going to try and go for this Astralis. I'm going straight for it today because I really want to try and get a little bit further on those rankings and hopefully see if we can eventually break top 20, maybe one day eventually top 10. We're still at rank 28 at the moment and hopefully we'll just keep on working our way in that direction. If you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us on Patreon, all that wonderful stuff. Subscriptions mean the most to me, but anything you can do is really appreciated. But for now, I'll see you once we get in the game. Okay, we have found ourselves a game. We are against Naruto0408, a level 42 Extilior player. That doesn't quite look like the standard Extilior skin. That looks slightly different. The shield looks a bit of a different colour with like some sort of pastel-y, sort of creamy bits on it. I need to go check the original model. That looks awesome. I really like that. If that is a different paint job, I really like that. So well done OP on that. It looks very nice. Okay, so here's our control points. We know what to expect here. We know we can do all of the hopping if we get lucky. So we're obviously just going to do our same thing. Oh, we're waiting for our opponent to load in, it looks like. So we're in the game. We're just going to give them a minute. Because I've noticed this, that your initial resource doesn't appear. How come it's oh, yeah, it's +3 for next turn. So when my resources come through, that's when our opponent's connected to the game. It's awkward because it appears to be using our timer up. There we go. I'm not quite sure why that's how it works, but it does seem to use our timer for our opponent's turn. So I'm just going to pop this over here, keep it as safe as possible, and end the turn. So if they just run straight at us and maybe even like deploy something aggressively, we can go ahead and try and use our double Detonia and Deadeye to deal up to 7 damage. So yeah, this is usually what I consider an Extilior player to do. I think what we probably do is maybe even just jump over and just deploy. We could go for the double jump. Okay, so they've gone for Saria. So you know what, without something with charge, this isn't actually going to be that easy for them. So what we're going to do is we're going to move as far this way as possible, refresh our movement, we're going to just claim as much as we can and try and just get ahead of things in that respect. So there's none of the, again, I still feel like I'm missing a 4-drop, but I'm going to pop our Cinder down over here. So this basically reduces our access to a lot of damage, so a lot of like that burst one-hit thing, but that's not really what we're trying to do at this point in time now anyway. What we can do, however, is play something like Deadeye over here, get the Ozos out, and just try and poke Saria a little bit, get that shield off. And then, honestly, it's almost tempting to Snarling, but in fact we could have even gone for Snarling and tried to protect ourselves, couldn't we? What's the best we can get? No, that won't do anything now, so at this point we're only getting 3 next turn though, so actually I do want to play something. I'm just going to play Saria and go for safety. So we'll play Saria here, and shield barrier there. So we're saving some leadership, but not as much as we'd like to. Basically the issue with this is that if we'd have played Snarling first we could have dodged that, but now otherwise we wouldn't have enough Cinder next turn to do the whole double Detonia activation, and that's probably going to be what we want to do. So getting ahead on things here is really nice. What have we got coming up? We can't quite do double Antios because it takes 2 Cinder, so if they move too close we are just going to double Detonia, I think. But most importantly, we need to try and hold these control points, keep the game going in our favour. If they just keep pushing up this way, it doesn't give us easy access to damaging their captain, so whatever this is what we should play towards. Yeah, this unit should be the thing that we try and deal with. And okay, so they're playing it defensively, so we have to go aggressively. Interesting. So she's going to drop 1. Here's a question. Can we get like 100% somewhere here? We get like 97 I saw somewhere. 97. So if we stay out of Extilior's range and probably a bit further for the spin. So let's go with like... just go with that. We should hit this. Okay, good. Do you know what? I actually think we're going to be slightly short. I think we need to deploy Sevilla first to pop Teutonia down. Yeah, so Teutonia can go a bit further back than we actually thought.
Not a waste.
So
Good
maybe this will
ammo.
work. I'm not entirely sure. We just want to basically block things off. Okay, so this does look like it's going to work.
How about a grenade?
So, in fact, we should probably just attack here first. We did do that in the wrong order, but it made more sense this way. So we go for this. We're going to into the breach. We're gonna lob the explosive again. Deal with Furia.
Come on, I'm having fun.
And then,
Never doubt
to be honest,
my loyalty.
if we just pop ourselves... How long have we got left? 7 seconds. Let's just keep Sevilla out of the question. So they're going to be able to kill us here. Like, at least one of our units. But this makes it very difficult for them to do so. So we're going to gain 2 points again next turn. They're going to kill 1. So we need to basically gain 2. And if we can get up here, then we're fairly safe in our ability to do so. This is fine. They've only got 4, so I don't envisage too much AoE in the future. I mean, if we can just move this here and poke this, it again puts us in a really good spot for trying to win in terms of points. We've got loads of Cinder coming through. Hopefully we'll be able to just kill a crew or 2. If this is an Aria works here.
Being in a lab.
Oh, Deadeye. Okay, yeah, Deadeye works as well, because they haven't spun yet. But then that only leaves them with 2 costs left. And if we're not that far away, I mean, it's not impossible. We could try and just follow up here, really. With 5 Cinder. I mean,
Your turn. You have a
do we just push damage onto their captain? I mean, can Teutonia get in range? Only of 1, not 2. So do we just leave them over there and just start burning them down? Because we can... Oh, we can't quite double activate Antios, actually. So I think here we're going to want to just poke down Sevilla slightly. Our Sevilla probably wants to be staying safe, so just moving out of their line of sight
Worth the risk.
and shield barrieing herself.
Everywhere.
How about a
I
grenade?
do think maybe this could be... So if that gets us in range, so does that. That's the important part. So if we jump to here, again, just deal with it. So if we hit this, that's good news. Perfect. So we'll lob our explosive.
Something sounds imminent.
We'll into the breach here. Move further up. And explosives again. And then we're just going to deploy. Pacify Oatly. Are you kidding?
One more point to win.
We'll pop it over here. Just something to be an inconvenience to them. Annoyingly, that's actually quite a big deal,
You
but
have a 3-point lead.
Oatly is big and hard to deal with, and we've got a commanding presence at the moment. So they can kill Teutonia, which is fine, but we're going to have 6 next turn, so we're going to have access to switch back. So,
Focus next
yeah,
time.
so Severia's going to die, they're going to take this point, so we're going to go down to 2 and then gain 1 back. So we're going to have to gain... Yeah. This is all fine. So, with us having again, we were just 1 short. Maybe we should have tried to move over here and gain the Cinder, but whatever they deploy, we can try and tempo. We can steal this point. We can probably kill Deadeye fairly easily. Yeah, so this is the steal. We know this is coming. For 7, what's this going to be? If this is like Xianya, that can be... Oh no, they don't have any Cinder. So it's just hit and run. So they're just going to steal this point, which is perfectly reasonable.
Your opponent
I think that's a
is
very good
holding
choice from
all
them.
Control zones.
It's funny that they're holding all control zones, yet we feel like we're the ones in control.
Your turn. You have a 2-point lead.
So if we just go here first of all, poke both of these,
This is good.
move into the breach here,
We need your expertise.
poke both of these again, take that point. How far does hit and run move? Not that far. Okay, so if we just pop over here, take this back. We may as well just attack. We'll grow a cinder back here for resources.
Grenade.
To be honest, how far does anti... So that moves there, that moves there. So if we can get just a little bit further back. Not quite. So let's just push the captain, I think. We want to be somewhere fairly safe though. So let's go for the cinder resource here. And just spread ourselves out a little. Okay. Feeling good again. We're pushing damage onto the captain. We're away from their only crew. We've got decent follow-up here. Again, some of the curve just... I feel like I'm just missing things, but if we keep all of our units alive here, this is a big Antios turn. Because Antios can poke for 9. Essentially, they're going to really struggle to get anywhere here. Yep, so they're going to contest this, which is the right thing to do. They need to... Okay, so they've obviously got more damage potentially coming up here. So okay, so they're just contesting all the points here. Probably neglecting the fact that we're just pushing damage onto their face. Because that's what we're going to do. If they don't kill everything. Okay, their own switchback, yeah. But they can't activate, so they can just shoot something, which means that we might actually just have lethal here. Oh wait, oh did they? They must have just activated without me realising it. Okay, so we're just going to push damage straight onto Extilio here. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 11.
You have a 1-point lead.
Oh no, because you get the extra cinder here. So does that mean... So we can switch back. I don't actually think we can do much with Antios. We can't... Double activate doesn't do anything really, because it doesn't attack twice. Although it is only up... It is +4. Okay, so can we get somewhere?
Hair down.
First of all, let's just deploy Antios there.
You control your impact.
So we'll inner energy, move here, into the breach,
Get some air.
inner energy, go for the 9 damage here,
The rival captain's health is low.
pop 6 damage, okay so that's 3 damage, sorry, 3 damage here, Deadeye, that, and there we have it. We found our lethal line. We just turned on the captain, put everything into them entirely, and the points stopped mattering, which is funny because they were forced to compete on the points, which then gave us the freedom to turn on the captain. So actually going for the points was really important for us because we put pressure on them basically in 2 ways. We had more resources then, we could leverage that to our advantage and eventually take over the game. So all in all, pretty happy with how that went. Oh, did we get any level ups? No level ups today. Let's see if... I know I don't really get to play that many games is the problem. Like, if I could play more games, I feel confident I could jump up the ranks. But I want to see if that one game has made a difference there. Nope, still rank 28. I'll try and get more in. I would love to be able to rank up a bit more and get a bit more content created, but there's a lot going on in the real world at the moment. But if you've enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us on Patreon. Anything you do to support the channel is really appreciated. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, have a good day.